Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Vanilla Heroes. I hope you enjoyed that time lapse, and we are looking good here with no more water in sight. We do still have some stone to take care of, but I think that's just going to have to get taken care of as we get to it. Not really a giant dig like we've been doing before. So, as brought up before, we are back to work, and it's actually Saturday. I failed to record anything for 5 days, which isn't the best start to going back to work, but you've got to get your feet back in the ground and go on. So what I've been doing is standing in that center area, AFKing for 5 days with our mob farms on. Now, I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect this. So we now have each of these slots before it gets to the chest is 20 shulker boxes. What's that? 18, 27, 28, so 48 shulker boxes of rotten flesh. Gunpowder is backed up into the second chest. Bones are still almost a little over halfway through, and string is rocking it. We are insane in the amount of drops that we have to where I'm not even sure what to do. And do you guys see what I see? We have a light on because once we finished everything up, this backs up into that top hopper to supply power and give us this, which locked it, and unfortunately, we now have even more sand that we can't fit into this. So, we're definitely going to need to get a furnace array back up so we can go ahead and smelt that into glass and start just cleaning up the sand a bit. It was pretty amazing how much sand went into that, because you've got to think, I didn't pick up everything. Like, I'm sure I had to have let a few shulker boxes worth just despawn. But we already went ahead and went into the nether. I went to go repair some items, and that kind of messed up, as you can tell by my levels of 8. But I'm intrigued to jump into here, because I have a feeling that we're going to be in for an explosion. What? Whoa. That's different. I've never been teleported from... Oh no. This was a... Do I have a sword? Nope. Nope. I want to get an aerial of this. Look at all the big men. Look at all of them. I'm assuming they're also stretched all the way to... No, they're not. How are Endermen still spawn? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Get away from here. I don't want to deal with you. I just came here to check it out. Yeah. That's kind of what I expected, but actually not that much. So, if you were curious, sitting around for 5 days will fill up your end with pigmen. Now, let's go ahead and get into what we're actually going to do today. So, what my hope is to go ahead and hop down here, and I want to work on this slime chunk in particular, and the one directly parallel to it. So let me grab some supplies, and we're going to get to cracking on that. Alright guys, so we're almost ready. I've got most of the supplies we're going to need kind of spread out, but we are missing a couple of, well, really just one really important detail. Magma blocks. So we've got to have some way to kill them, and we're in pretty short supply as far as that goes, and I don't feel like making a trip through the nether to find it. So, my idea, slime balls. So, what I'm thinking is we'll go ahead and fill up our inventory decently with these fun little things. Let's grab ourselves a couple of blaze rods, turn those into the powders, and grab ourselves some magma creams. So, for those that don't know, you can turn magma creams into your own supply of magma blocks. And this is going to be great for us because we've got the wither skeleton farm that gives us way too many blaze rods, and we're working on the slime blocks, or the slime balls. So let me go ahead and craft up a couple of those, and I think we'll be ready to start this project. So let's see how we're supposed to start this one out. To begin with, I can't put rails onto glass, so what I need to do is break out this glass, and I think I'm going to go 4 wide, like this, and fill that in with obsidian. And probably do the same here, but scrap these slime chunks because they're not really needed, since we're only going to use this one and that one and then nullify the rest. Now with the obsidian in, I think what I want to do is stone bricks right there on both sides, and then go grab these, this, and some levers. So we'll do powered rails all the way to here. We'll do regular rails to there, and bring our powered rails all the way to here. Should do the same here. Come on. Boom, boom. And then drop down right about here. Should be good. With our levers, I think I might be able to sneak underneath here. Boom. Boom. And we missed one. Boom. And then I should be able to reach that one from this. No, I can't do that one. So I should be able to sneak into here. Come on. Nope. Got to do it the hard way. Never mind. Not going to do it the hard way. Just put it right there and it'll be hidden underneath our platform. So we're good. The next part will be throwing these on top of here. Hurt a little bit, but we'll be fine. And trace this all the way around till we have our first platform started. So now what my thought is we've got to figure out the unloading station, and we can't do it there because we don't want that raised up. So what we're gonna have to do is go one further back, right? I think that looks good. We'll do, break that, throw some why'd I do that? I don't need to do that. I just need to put a rail there, powered rail on top here and here. Let's see. From there, we'll need a comparator out of there and a comparator out of there into some normal blocks, torch, normal blocks, repeater, and not normal blocks. That looks pretty solid to me. Now, from there, let's see, I think we can break this one to put a dropper right here. And then from there, ooh, how are we going to do that? Okay, so I think I have an idea. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but in theory, this should work pretty well since items have to pass through there. But if I put a sticky piston there, and then an observer there and there, if I place a normal block here, it should work fine. Now the issue though is that that's not what we want. We want it one back. So what we do is we break that off and then do a dropper here and an observer out of that with a block here. So now let's throw some blocks through here. I don't know. I think that works pretty good. I'm pleasantly surprised with that. Alright, so with both of those in, it seems like we're already getting ourselves some slime ball drops. That's pretty awesome. But we're just going to go ahead and slide this right here. Let's do a mimicking one right there real quick just to get an idea. So let's go do some water there, some water there, and since we've got a 2 center, we'll just pop it out right there. Looks good to me. Oh, dang it. Oh no. Alright, so we'll do it that way instead. And then we'll go ahead and get our packed ice right here. Go ahead and get a fence gate. And then see if we can actually go ahead and get this. I don't know. Definitely not. Alright, so we'll get our water there. We'll need to put a fence gate right here so that we can place ice here. Water there. Break that. Oh, we're so close. I think we can probably get away. No, we can't because we need ice. Oh, that sucks something awful. What about ice here? And a fence gate here. And some water right there. I don't think that'll mess anything up. Nope, looks like it's still working fine. So let's go ahead and run this for a tester, why don't we? Let's throw in some stone slabs. Oh, I didn't think that part through. Despite the clear flaw in that test, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's making it all the way down to the end and making it into the stream. So that's fine. Let me go ahead and get a cap on that, and I think we'll be ready to start actually building up the slime farm itself. Alright, so I lied a little bit, but not a whole lot. I think we're ready to go ahead and build up the platform, but I also know we don't want these always on. Like, the minecarts are going to mess themselves up if we leave it always on, so we do need to figure out how we're going to turn it off. And I've got an idea, but I don't think it's going to look the prettiest, so I do want to hear what you guys have to say about it as well. Maybe you guys have some bright ideas on how we can mask it. But if I put obsidian here and do a repeater there, and a repeater there, I think we could just supply power to this. and it would be fine, right? Oh, but it turns on that clock because of the way that we made this. Oh, that's a pain. Alright, I got one idea. I don't know if it's going to work, but let's go ahead and do it. Break into here and throw a single dust right there. Oh, yes, that works. Thank you so much. Alright, that was a simple fix. Now, here's my idea, and I don't think I like it. I can do exactly what I did here, but you know how I kept this really close to the ceiling because I didn't want it looking noticeable? The only way I can think to make this work is either redstone block comes straight down, and that's pretty much as noticeable as you can get. Option 2, it comes straight down underneath here, but that's going to interfere with a future plan that I have, so I don't know if I want to do that. And option 3 is to go ahead and run it all the way back against that back wall, all the way down and over to here across the ground, which is probably the sloppiest way that we can physically do this. So at the moment, we're going to sit on it while we go ahead and try to get this up all the way. Yep, let's go ahead and start working on the platform. Okay, so this part is actually probably about as simple as we're going to get when it comes to it. So what we want to do is go ahead and just fill in this entire 16 by 16 area filled. But there's some very specific spots that I'm going to need these for. So I believe it is something like one here. And one here. Should keep this at a high enough light level, yes, that nothing's going to spawn. And then we do that all the way around, 2 in from the 5th block of the corner. And then that should leave it perfectly for just needing 1 in the center, or for someone like me who would go absolutely mad with just 1 in the center of a non-centered thing, we'll do 4. And with that, our first layer is done, I believe. Yeah. But you see what I mean here? We got 4 in the center, and it's kind of infuriating, but it's not the end of the world. So for here, we'll go 3 up. Come on. And then we will do a layer right there. Now, some weird things are happening with this. One, we're underneath an awning, which means mobs can start to spawn on here, so I'm going to be very hesitant to do anything that's going to cause any other mobs to spawn on here, and we could potentially start seeing slime spawn on us. So we're going to hope for the best, but I'm going to go ahead and get this done and catch back up to you when we're ready to get the golems in. Alright guys, we now have the wimpiest slime farm that I've ever seen in my life. So we only managed to squeeze in 3 layers before we actually ran into, let's see if I can get up there. Come on, come on. There we go. Before I ran into issues with getting too tall and too close to this. And I also didn't want to be too visible in case we ended up trying to sculpt in some nice little structure here for this central island. I think it's all in all a good choice. We've also managed to get quite a few slimes actually to already come onto here. So if I do that, we'll start seeing those sucked up. Nice. And we'll turn them off so that when they come up here, they'll start dropping all their items. Nice. So that's looking pretty good. We did have to double layer it up because the torches were actually peeking through, making this entire top layer completely visible, which isn't something that I want to do. And now I think it's time to go ahead and get the iron golems all sorted out. Okay, so I think this one's going to be pretty simple. I think we just need to come out...
Did you know there are over 12,650 different Trop and Chop combinations at Pollo Tropical? Right now, you can create your own...
Alright, so I think this is going to be pretty simple. I'm pretty sure we just need to put his feet right there at the base, right in the center of the two. And then from there... let's go ahead and put these guys all the way around. Now, from here, I'm pretty sure we can just do something like this. And then we need to build him up. Let's see. 1, 2... 1, 2. Let's give ourselves a little bit of some backspace to push him and get him into the hole. Nice. And then I think from there we just gotta... Hey, you're in my way. No? You're just gonna... you gonna be that way? Really? Alright, and then from there we just need to hit this back area just a little bit and leave his eyesight clear. So from what I've come to understand, this guy should work for this layer and this layer, which means we just need to get one guy. What's something I don't care about? We'll do iron blocks. The next guy should go right here. And we'll just do fences all the way up to him. And that should take care of golem number 2. And fortunately for us having such a small one, I believe that's going to be everything that we need for this. So I should just be able to slap a slab right here just to keep him safe. I don't know how that worked. Like that. And we should be in business. Let's take a look at what we've done here. That's looking actually pretty cool. So, little bit of a confession. This is the first time I've actually built a slime farm, so it's pretty cool to see this in action. Alright, let's get the other side up. Both sides are done, and I think now all we got to do, for this one at least, is test it out. So what I think needs to happen first, let's go ahead and turn both of these on. And then I need to hop up top to turn on the regular mob farms, because I have a feeling that these aren't going to be getting too much in the meantime while we're waiting on mob cap. So let me get that turned off real quick. Oh, we've got some action. Both layers seem to be going after the golem. If I can see one go after the top, I will be completely satisfied. But they all seem to be popping up on the bottom. Oh, there's one up at the top. Is he going for it? Yes. Alright, so we're going to encase this in glass, and then I'm probably going to do a quick time lapse of the other one. And also, let's see if we see some slime coming through here. Yep, there we go. So everything is working fine. We're going to make this look a little bit more enclosed and see where we can make this go to. that's the second one done. This is coming along a lot faster than I thought it would, so I'm really excited to see how this works. But I don't know why this is doing this. It's double layered. It shouldn't be letting any light leak through, but alas, it is. So I think that's going to be it for tonight. I'm probably going to let this run for a little bit, see what happens. But this one's been working wonders. So if this works anything like that, hello. You can die. Die. Okay, if this one works anywhere nearly as good as this one does, I think we're golden. So I'm going to go ahead and hop up top, and we're just going to let this run for a while. We're going to see how much we can actually get out of this, and I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow morning. Alright guys, so it's been about 12 hours. I'm feeling pretty optimistic. There was one problem that I want to take you guys down to check out real quick before we check out the slimes. So when we were fixing up this, a problem that we ran into is when we turn this off, this retracts and starts the clock. But something that I found was wrong with that is that dust still picked up this signal strength from here, which kind of sucks just because it then starts, I don't know, it turns off everything, but it also makes it to where this dropper clock doesn't actually work. So we're going to have to come up with another plan for that. But for the time being, I'm actually leaning towards just letting the clock run. I mean, it's not the most ideal. It's very noisy and probably not the best on my computer. But once you get far enough away, it kind of goes away. So let me go ahead and turn those off, and I will meet you guys up top. So something that I want to go ahead and check is just how many slime balls we actually made to get out of that. So we were probably AFK for about 12 hours, and 5 here, which means 5 chests worth back there. So about 10 chests of slime over the course of 10 hours. Not fantastic, but I think it'll be good enough for us to get started on some of the bigger projects later on. And, oh, there's also something else that I need to talk to you guys about. So, do you guys remember quite a few episodes back, I did like a week-long live stream, about 8 hours or so of end rating just to go ahead and get as many shulker shells as possible? And we had a lot. Well, that a lot is starting to dwindle down because a lot of it's already pouring into this system. And for future plans, we've got quite a bit left to go in back there. So, my question for you is, I don't feel like it's okay to shulker dupe. I mean, I've seen a lot of places saying that it's okay to shulker dupe and yada yada yada, it's a non-renewable resource. Great. How do you guys feel about that? Because my honest opinion is we'd be increasing the world file something awful. It wouldn't be anything normal or really just reasonable at all. But what I think we could do is make a shulker spawner. So, not make it AFKable. It has to be manned. I have to be there attacking the shulkers. But it makes it to where we don't have to, like, completely oversize our world for it. And I think that's a good alternative to looking for duplicating solutions. So, with that said, I'd like to get your comments on that. Feel free to drop them below. Unfortunately, I think that's all I have time for this episode with how hectic this week has been. I'm just going to go ahead and replace all of this lime green glass since we don't need it anymore. And from there, I think we'll be ready to start up the next episode. So if you like this video, please make sure to leave a like. If you really enjoyed it, please make sure to subscribe. It's really appreciated. And I hope I catch you guys in the next one. See ya.